When white people voted in America for a president, the votes were evenly divided. It was black people that put JFK in office. 80% of our vote went to him. But I want you to see what he says after this.
When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. You put them first, and they put you last. Because you're a chump.
Now, I just want you to see that. And I'm telling you, man, Brother Malcolm, hell of an orator. I'm telling you, there was a reason why Esau didn't want no parts of him.
Nope.
And he told our people, you're putting these men in office. You put them first and they put you last because you're a chump. In 60 years, what has changed? We still, as a nation of people, will put our entire vote primarily in one direction, and we're still screaming, no justice, no peace. Now, I just want y'all to take note to what's being said on the screen right now, what's being shown and displayed. Nearly 60% of African-American voters went to the polls in 1964. This was to elect Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson, whose Great Society is the reason why many of y'all don't know who your father or great-grandfather is today.
Fatality.
Nearly 60% of African-American voters went to the polls in 1964, a level that wouldn't be reached again until President Obama's first election in 2008. I want you all to understand how significant it was for Brother Malcolm to have made this speech specifically at that time. There had not been blacks coming out in record number to vote since then until Obama was elected the first time around. We must understand how important this concept of voting is when it comes to putting certain people in positions of power. And they will use us as pawns, hook, line, and sinker.
A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a chump.
Wait, we got to bring that back. Okay, notice what it says here. Lyndon B. Johnson owed much of his re-election margin to the enormous black turnout.
Fatality.
Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. They're playing a giant con game, a political con game. You know how it goes. One of them comes to you and make believe he's for you, and he's in cahoots with the other one that's not for you. Why? Because neither one of them is for you. But they got to make you go with one of them or the other. So this is a con game, and this is what they've been doing with you and me all these years.
Now, I just want y'all to understand this. Malcolm X said this in 1964.
Fatality.
And nothing has changed. He told us that this is a con game where you're going to choose one or the other. You're going to engage in this partisanship. And you're going to then elect two different candidates. You're going to look the two different candidates primarily, but neither one of them fully represent your best interests. Many of the things that we go through as a people on a day-to-day is not even controlled by the President of the United States. A lot of you black folks, you be in the midst of all of these toxic relationships. You're Hispanic folks too. Y'all know who you are. And that don't have absolutely nothing to do with the president.
Nope.
But the point is that we get so wrapped up, we get so invested only for these presidents to come and go, and we still find ourselves at the bottom. But we'll be the main ones campaigning for these different slave masters to be put in office, even though we will still find ourselves at the bottom of the barrel. We have to be wiser as a people.